I don't know what that was, what's going on. Well, here's what I want to talk about for a second. Stephen A. Smith, the expert on all things sports and American in his mind, called Kalen DeBoer soft, as it would say in that classic New York-ish talking type of way. I'll tell you one thing, Stephen A. I bet you won't put on those boxing gloves you got while you throw those 0 mile per hour punches and square it off with old soft Kalen DeBoer. I bet you won't do that. Tough guy. So until then, just hush. Nobody got time for you, Stephen A. Just hush. Let's go around the herd. Roll Tide, whoa, Alabama fans, and welcome to Tight Sports. This is the Alabama Football Megacast and the People's Crimson Tide Network. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for thumbing on over and joining me today on whichever virtual space you found me on. Come on in, tell a friend, lock me in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll be here. Share a pound with a brother and drop it right down on that subscribe button as you settle in. The pressure you add to that share button for my show will send my show throughout the galaxies and quickly move me to 1,000 subs in no time flat. Thank you for coming on in. And let's not forget, if I successfully, because somebody misquoted me yesterday, if I successfully stimulate the happy juice in your gray matter and make your funny bone jiggle, not tickle, please let me know. And just hit that like button right in the eye. Just stab it up in there. Come on in, let's get this thing started. Man, give me some more applause. What's going on, man? Alabama football camp took there like 16, 18 practices. Got no fluff, just some takeaways right here. Heat check, it was 87 degrees. But it was a 95-degree index over there in Tuscaloosa, and right next to that was the Tuscaloosa River. The humidity probably was 215%. No time to make excuses, just had to grind. They did insert the crowd noise to get ready for Florida State's Doak Campbell Stadium crowd, nearly 80,000. Ooh, rip-roaring Seminoles, cinnamon roll fans. Which reminds me, before we get too far about camp news, Thomas Castellanos, talking loud, saying nothing, saying very little. He's just a little gift that keeps on giving. You know what I'm saying? In words. This man came out, he said, going up against Florida State's 3-3-5 defense, it's the toughest defense he'll face all season. Talk that talk, what? He said the toughest defensive scheme and defense he'll face all season. Mind you, he never played in the SEC, and things didn't go that well for him at Boston College. Apparently, seeing it in practice has helped him to progress. It could mean that he's getting cooked in his own scrimmages. And he's just calling it growth. Oh, I'm getting better and better. Yesterday, I only took 5 sacks from my people. But just remember this now. This is the same guy who he threw that little comment out there. He said, there ain't no Nick Saban around to save him. Okay. So he had a dream of playing against Alabama, taking them out. Then he said, he said something secondly. He said, I don't see them stopping me. And sometimes I can be blinded too when I got my eyes covered or keep my eyes closed. He's convinced that Alabama will not contain him. And let's just be reminded his past history. He got benched at Boston College. He threw 19 interceptions. I'm gonna clear my throat. 19 interceptions, I would say in 2 seasons, but in a season and a half, because at the halfway through that second season, they said, you come on over here and use your little baby hands and baby arm to stir this Gatorade up back here. Just go back there, get that scoop, get the water hose, go get an ice bag, put it in, just come over here and make that Powerade for us, whatever they was drinking up there, because he just doubled down, man. He got there at ACC Media Days. He said, we stand on what I said. We stand on what I said. Now, nobody seconded his emotion. And he claimed it wasn't disrespect, just confidence in his guys. That's cute. Just cute confidence. I try to tell my children, keep chin up, shoulders out, all that stuff. But, this is a defense that after a 10-2 season, they replaced not only a defensive coordinator, or offense coordinator, everybody's brand new. A lot of players are new. The scheme may be complex down there at FSU, it might be, but I don't think our front seven is here to just going down to Doak Walker Stadium or Doak Campbell Stadium and to put puzzles together. You see what I'm saying? They going out there to punish people. And because the word is punish as many people you can for 12 games, and then find the resilience and the stamina to punish people for another 5 games. See, that's 17. That's SEC championship and a national championship. That's what we're trying to do. And just a reminder, Castellanos he threw for 3,600 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 19 interceptions. 19 interceptions. He did add 1,300 grounds on the ground while he was at Boston College, and 14 touchdowns. So when you add them together, it's not a horrible ratio. What is that, like 5-2 ratio? 5 for every 5 touchdowns he come up with, just about maybe like 4.5. He gonna give you 2 interceptions. Hard to win like that, but it's not impossible. But I just can't wait to get it on. It's not Heisman worthy, his numbers, but especially when you get benched. I don't know what you're talking about. Nevertheless, his countdown, the countdown to his reality is straight ahead. Only 8 days, about 7 hours, maybe 5 hours, 30 minutes. And we're going to get it on. We're going to see Mr. Castellanos. You better pray that the offensive line can be his insurance, because if he thinks FSU defense is the hardest he'll face, he clearly has not been keeping up with the Tide at all, because they were a good defense last year. Anyway, enough about him. Offensive line at camp. Gino Vandermark is locking down that starting right guard position because Jaden Roberts has a concussion right now. Don't know if he'll move back into the starter position. Don't even know if he's a starter, but I do expect there to still be an ongoing battle at that position. But what we're doing right now, we're building depth, and I like that. First team right now looks like Parker Brailsford, of course, at center. Caden Proctor, Wilkin Formery at tackles. We got Caden over here, Wilkin over there, and Cam Dewberry, who I talked about in one of my videos. Check him out. He's going to be one of the guards along with Vandermark for now. Now, they still move some things around up there. My main man, Olis Alanin. He's from Pori, Finland. It's a lovely city in West Finland along the coast, off the Gulf of, it's called Bothnia. The Gulf of Bothnia. Sounds wonderful. It's a fun fact. He's from Finland. This man is a Swiss Army knife, even though he's from Finland. He is working to back up the left tackles and every other person out there. I don't know. He hasn't been playing football for a long time. I think he did 1 or 2 years of like prep, maybe high school football, and he's big, he's strong, he finished, and he making noise out there. But we got depth. Because you never know. Never know when you need somebody. May lose somebody to a clavicle, like we did with our running back. Now the defensive front, James Smith is back. He's kind of limited to some sled drills and stuff. He had a concussion. He was coming off of that. Dante Lawson and Nikai Hill-Green, I think he transferred in from Colorado. They doing all kinds of defensive line stunt work, working on blitzes, something they call a double mug blitz. Only thing I can think of is 2 mugs. I got a cup in his hand and a cup in his hand, a symbol. I don't know what that looks like, but I look forward to seeing it on Thomas Castellanos' chest. They say they're attacking the A-gaps with the bandits. It sounds horrific. That's why, I told my son this. This is why I'm starting so early. My son got a game today, starting with the JV. I think he's starting, but we're going to go out there and support him. And the schedule for Thursday is going to be all over the place because I got to get to the games. I'm the cameraman. We got to get it going. Got to make it happen. And after the JV season's over, we'll be back Thursday at 5. I don't want to lose that spot, but that's why we started so early. But they said Lawson is looking sharp. He's wearing a knee brace. He's gotten used to it. LT Overton is out there being seriously aggressive. Seriously aggressive. He ready to hit somebody else. But when you can keep that aggression going, it means problems for the other folks. Running back shuffle is still going on. The drill order came. Said Richard Young was up first. Then came Daniel Hill and Dre Washington, as I went over the other day on Tuesday. I left out Kevin Riley. He was 4th up. I think it was Jermaine Mills brought it up that Kevin Riley was that fourth guy, and AK Deer did see some work. Daniel Hill, 6'1", 244. When I did a video on him, he was 233 based on some old information. But they have been adding size to people. 6'1", 244. Not a slow running back, but they say he's dominating the gap drills with power, and finesse though. So maybe he got he's fleet of foot right there in the gaps. So let's see. They're running medium routes. Of course, Ty Simpson was connecting with people, throwing the ball to Hill. Austin Mack and Keelan, of course, got reps. Richard Young, agility. Swerving around obstacles with ease. That's what I want to hear. Keep him clean. Keep him clean. We don't want to get down to our third guy. Let's not beat him up too bad. But the running back room is very interesting to say the least. The depth is still there, but the roles are shifting around like chairs at a fish fry. Whatever that means. I heard it from an old person a very long time ago. I thought it was appropriate. But I still say that running back by committee, starting out, maybe not against Florida State, but the next two teams, I'm not going to shy away from it because they all bring something different to the table. You know, they're mixing in speed, power, legs, blocking, just keep defenses guessing. And that's what the board talked about when he said he wanted all the receivers not to just be stuck in one place, not all the time. You may go inside out. You can go, somebody can go left to right. Somebody, like I said, you put Ryan Williams right next to a tackle. Somebody got to, you can try to run up on him and take him out because he's so close to the line of scrimmage. But he better not beat you off that line if you the linebacker that's covering him. Because he catch a seam, he's going to become unseen. So bottom line is the running back rooms, they're ready to run through the SEC, just like our line will run through grandma's biscuit. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. Jam is out. But, I hope he gets better. I don't know if he's coming back this year. Moving over to the defensive side of the ball a little more, Kane Womack gave an update on the defense. He said he's setting the tone for a championship level defense. And right now, he's saying Dijon Lee, who's been getting a lot of time because Damani Jackson is kind of being pulled up to the side because he has some limited. He's been limited because of injury. But said Dijon Lee has a fantastic camp. He's playing like a starter. And against those receivers, that means a lot. That man is 6'4", and I think they say he got the wingspan of somebody that may be like 6'6", 6'7". That means a lot. I mean, really, he's fast, but you really don't have to be that fast because of how angles work. The ball still comes from over here, and it's trying to get to over here. So, all that angle stuff, it matters. He sees that he's ready to step in, and Mo Lindquist is doing a great job at elite, developing him to an elite level over the summer. They talked about Cam Calhoun being a versatile weapon, working at nickel, working as Husky, working as a corner. He came over from Utah, I think, and then I think he was at Michigan before that, but he comes with a little experience. Coaches are finding ways to get him on the field. That means something, because he can play across multiple spots. He's valuable, so he has to know he may have to go in for a corner that needs a break. He may have to go in for one or two, three people back there. It's 4-2-5, 5 positions back there. So if he knows all of them, it just makes it a lot easier on Coach Womack because he has the experience, he has the edge, and he's vocal out there too. He's been a leader. Damani Jackson, they say they got him on a pinch count because something must happen. They say he is progressing well. I don't know exactly what happened because the only injuries I knew about was James Smith's concussion, and I knew Jaden Roberts had I don't know if it was a knee problem. I can't remember what it was, but Jaden Roberts on two I knew that were hurt. But Damani Jackson is going to be back out there. Jeremiah Beeman and Kelby Collins are interior disruptors. Beeman has gotten better and better and better since last season, and he's causing a lot of chaos in the backfield. I like the sound of that. I hope you do too. Collins is grinding. He's got to raise his consistency up. Collins comes over from Florida. They still probably just trying to get some of that alligator skin off of him. You know what I'm saying? Got to get that tough elephant hide on them. You know what I'm saying? But they got valuable experience. They're pretty good at anticipation and offensive recognition. But the depth and versatility are key to surviving, like I said, a 17-game season. 17. And you still can have 2 losses. And you can still be the national champion. Think about it. But Deontay Lawson, they say he's leaner, faster. He's looking like his 2023 self. Leadership and anticipation are off the charts. I hate when they talk like this because it's like, if you lose that guy, if he's your green dot, if he's making your calls, I want to know who the guy's backing him up. So I want to make sure that they are ready to go. I don't know if y'all remember that season we lost 2 linebackers right there in the middle. But Womack said he's playing his best football yet since coming off the injury. Keon Keeley, he's a raw talent. He has a very high ceiling and athletic frame. Man, they said we got freshmen. Like I said, Dijon Lee and Zay Brown. Is he a redshirt freshman? No, he's a sophomore now. But, they're maturing very well right now. I think Zay Brown goes to be the other cornerback. So they're looking good. Another guy who probably will start at Husky is Deshaun Jones, who came over from Wake Forest. He's a front runner right now. He's level-headed. He's grinding daily. He has maturity beyond his years. And, the defense just keeps getting better and better out there, according to Womack. The unit is able to adjust, attack, and dominate. The freshmen are really stepping up. The veterans are locking in. And the Tide secondary, I don't know what people expect to do, what they think they're going to do, but they say it's looking like a fortress back there. Yeah, it's looking like a fortress. It's hard to penetrate a fortress, in or out, but especially in. So quarterbacks in the SEC and beyond, play at your own risk. Now, before, let's see. Now, I did want to go back to this for a minute before I move on with Alabama news. Stephen A, man. ESPN envoy Stephen A. Smith dipped his Yankee nose into the South. Yeah, I said it. It's something about that New York accent just talking to me about Alabama football. No. Scratch that. Football in the South. And you can talk Giants and Jets. No, I don't want to hear what you got. Yo. I'm telling you right. If you ain't talking about the Jets and them, some Eagles, I don't want to hear you talking about this stuff. But Stephen A. couldn't help himself, and I don't even want to give him shine, but I had to say something at least once this year. Tossing shade at Alabama's Caleb DeBoer, calling him soft. That's like you telling a man that he ain't a man. My God. I know he's just trying to get some shine, you know what I'm saying? He writing him off like he don't belong in Tuscaloosa. So Caleb DeBoer doesn't belong in Tuscaloosa. After the outstanding job he did of taking a team that lost almost 35% of his players and winning 9 games, what was you going to do, Stephen A? I mean, I wonder what you would look like for 6 months doing anything in Tuscaloosa. It wouldn't look right. Although I could see you doing one thing in the South. I could imagine you standing in front of a patch of alfalfa and a few salt licks in an open field. But I digress. Instead of giving the man credit for a 25-3 record at Washington and that's championship appearance, he went full Howard Stern shock jock mode, and he said, the boy doesn't feel like Bama. And he said, he was hinting that another coach would have been better. Now, the coach he was talking about, Coach Lane Kiffin. He said Lane Kiffin should have had the job. The man who once left Alabama on the eve of a championship game, who has a different work ethic than Nick Saban. His on-field decisions are questionable. They should have went to the playoffs last year, folks, with 11 wins. If you watch Ole Miss games, you saw it. The man goes for it on 4th down on his own 35. He's very disrespectful, not to his opponents, but to the game. But, you know, it's like something Corey Holcomb would say, a goofy pushing for another goofy. That's what this is. The man that Al Davis fired then had a press conference, which he never does at that time in his life. He said Lane Kiffin need to go learn how to coach. And that made me wonder how the heck did he become a coach in the first way? But anyway, all I'm saying about this whole thing, man, is it's just the arrogance is just wild. I mean, forget the resumes and results. This man just pushing headlines, doing what he want to do, disrespecting the board, tossing fuel in the fire. Kind of remind it must be doing this because he knows Feinbaum is on his way out, and maybe think he's gonna get his office in North Carolina and come down here. I mean, what he said, it wasn't an analysis, it's theater. He basically dismissed Alabama's choice by disrespecting our coach now. The man had coaching chops before he came here. His record is kind of silly, to be honest. That's who he was. But he's doing this for ratings, and it is infuriating as an Alabama fan to hear somebody talk about somebody like this, who, first of all, is coming off a 9-win season. Stephen A., go look up and see how many teams won 9 games out of the 133, 34 FBS teams there are. I think it's 136 now. Go see how many of them won 9 games. Not the FCS people, not the HBCUs. No. Go see how many people won 9 games. That still leaves him in the top 20% of all the teams out there in his first year. And I'm going to move on, but I just want to say, Stephen A., yuck. Now, back to a moment of pride at the University of Alabama. Got to calm down. Woosah. Alabama names its 2025 permanent captains. I guess they could do that after they name the quarterback. It makes sense. Usually they do it early, but they're just doing it now. Whatever. They do it in December, but they didn't have a quarterback in December last year yet. So now QB1 is in command. First time captain, but already the face of the offense always is going to be until we get us a Heisman Trophy running back. Then we'll switch it over to that face. You know, he has the poise. He say he got precision. People say he's not going to be accurate. They say he got relentless drive. People say he's not commanding. We're going to see. Next up, Parker Brailsford, the anchor at center. It's good to have a great center, a good, smart center, make all the right calls. He's respected in the trenches. He's a little small for offensive lineman, but he's respected out there. They ain't benched him yet. And he's smart, tough, and he's the glue. Center's in the middle should be the glue. But, you know, you got to be an intellectual. You got to be a thinking center to be the glue. I mean, look at them dudes, man. Both tackles take him out in the parking lot and wear him out. But if you use your mind, they know they need you. So congratulations to those two guys. And next up, back for a second time, Deontay Lawson, the defensive general, returning captain from 2024. And, you know, he's vocal, should be, explosive. He probably writing up plays over there. Now, you didn't do it like this, coach. Emotional engine of the defense. And next, Tim Keenan, you know, the Kappa you love to hate. The coolest Kappa in Alabama. He's the big wall in the middle. First time captain, dominating from the defensive tackle spot, being looked at by the pros. And he sets the tone with physicality and presence. Yes, he does. I saw a picture the other day where he hit somebody's quarterback. He hadn't even hit the ground. I knew the dude was in pain. He hadn't even hit the ground. But anyway, their legacy will be cemented, of course, as you know, in April. All 4 captains will have their hands and cleats, cleat prints cast in the concrete outside of the Denny Chimes. Congratulations to those guys. And, you know, the captains, they represent everything Alabama stands for. Toughness, leadership, championship DNA. You know, so we're not out there just chasing greatness or adopting it like some people do, just change some of the record book. They're built to define it. That's what the captains are. So I'm not gonna keep it long today. It's time for kickoff and some crispy fries out of some hot grease, and time for me to wear my throat out like, man, you need to get in the game. You know, come on, coach. Get him out the. No, my son will be in the game. But before I get out here, don't forget to give a brother a pound on that subscribe button and hit the notification so you know when I go live or drop a video. And I do not even know when I'm going live. I have one comment over here I want to get to. Latoya Billisley, Roll Tide to you. Roll Tide to you. Please come back. Tell your friends. And next time, bring some Cheetos. We like Cheetos in this household. I don't eat them, but my kids do. Make sure you pound that doggone subscribe button. And tell your friends they can find me on YouTube and Facebook. I would say X, what I call the Badlands of Twitter. I'm not out. I can't. It's not enough time in the day to absorb all the X provides. I'm sure there are nice people out there, but I run into a lot of the bad ones, and it's hard to sleep at night sometimes. I got to modify my settings on there. Shout out to the Sharpshooters Podcast, Kangaroo Black, Bama Mo. I call him Bama Mo. It's more, but we call him Bama Mo. The Long Run with Piano Man, Rags and Fitness, Roll Tide to all of you. Thank you all for making Alabama great always. And peace unto the brothers at Auburn Addicts Water Cooler Podcast. Bubba and the Old Man. It's SC season with my man Tez. Dustin at the Uptempo Podcast down there in Tampa. Dustin, you are a great American. And the Huggy Beard himself, Vandy Chris over the Golden Broom podcast. The Golden Broom Podcast. These are a fine group of Crimson Tide hating and doubting Americans. As you saw on the show I was on last night, several Auburn people, one Auburn person had them going to the playoffs, but not us. Either we going, ain't nobody going to stay. I'm just telling you like that. I just tell you like that. That's how I believe. Well, with that, I will see you Tuesday, and I'll see you out throughout the weekend. I'm going to drop something here or there, but I will see you right here Tuesday on Around the Herd at 7 p.m. Now, next Thursday, I don't know if we got a road trip. I don't know. We don't go very far as a JV team, but I'm thinking, just stay tuned, keep your ear to the ground. You'll hit a rumble. I'll be running up there trying to get at you. When you hit a herd running up, you just gotta hit the notification bell. All those elephants moving in one direction, that little bell will say bing, and you'll know it's me. Just come on out here and join me. Well, that's all I got, but always remember, Roll Tide, roll.